Morning, micro makers, and welcome to Bite Size Morning. I'm the Ninjabizcuit, and we are going to start today off with our normal Let's Get Personal. Today's personal question is, what is your worst fear? If you'd like to answer this question, please leave your answers in the comments below. My worst fear is dying alone, and I know it's not very creative, and I'm sure other people have it as well, but I just feel like I don't want to be alone when I pass. I don't want to be alone when I die. My second worst fear is not being remembered. I don't want to have a very bare funeral. I'd love for people to remember me and think of me as a good person, and think of me as somebody who was awesome and tried her best and did what she could. So my worst fears, that's what they are, is dying alone and not being remembered. If you'd like to answer this question, like I said, please answer below in the comments. I love to read your comments. So yeah, starting off a little creepy and dark. Next is our random gaming facts. Today's gaming fact goes along with fears. So speaking of fears, some people are terrified of being robbed. Big companies like Nintendo even have had this fear. When when the Super Nintendo consoles were released, in Japan, Nintendo was forced to ship them during the night hours out of fear of being robbed by the Yakuza. Hope I said that right. So even big companies like Nintendo get scared of being robbed, and the Yakuza are nobody to frown about. I don't know if they still exist. I don't know much about them. I just know this fact was weird when I looked it up. But when Super Nintendo consoles were released, Nintendo shipped them at night. That way they didn't have as many problems as being robbed during, the middle of the day. But then when I think about it, don't most robberies happen at night? I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess I didn't find anything about them getting robbed, so I guess it worked for them. Whatever. Moving along, in your dreams. Staying on topic of fear, I happen to know a lot of people who fear our next dream definition, Beetles. So here's our disclaimer: not everybody's the same. Don't be offended if whatever you're dreaming of doesn't match up with the Dream Dictionary's definition. Thanks for understanding. So to dream of beetles and seeing them on you denotes poverty and small ills. So things like getting sick or blisters or something going on with your body normally is what that means. Now, to kill beetles in your dreams is normally good and very lucky. So you'll have good fortune and luck come your way if you are dreaming of killing beetles. Very weird, kind of out there. When I think of beetles, I think of scarabs. I think I had some pictures. Yeah, some pictures pulled up. Here's some random beetles you could dream about. Now, if you go dreaming of beetles because, you watch this, that's on you. But, that's what I think of. I think of things like these guys when I think of beetles. Ew, beetle babies. Gross. Unsolved Mysteries. So today we are going to talk about Susie, and I hope I'm saying her name right, Lampo. Here's a picture of her. She was 25 years old when she went missing. She was on her way to a house viewing in Fulham, London in 1986. As a real estate agent, she had an appointment to show off a property. Her office noted the details of the appointment. 12:45 Mr. Kipper at 37 Sherolds Road. I think I said that right. But it was at 12:45 was her appointment with a Mr. Kipper at that address. So Susie's car was later found outside another property for sale on a different road on the same day as her last appointment. Her purse was still in the car door. Now, when I read that, I wasn't quite sure what they mean. Was it like inside the car door, or was the door slightly open and the purse in it? I'm not sure what that means. So either way, her purse was still found with the car, which is a big deal because women don't normally leave their purses in an unlocked car. Despite a huge police search and a thorough investigation, no trace of Susie was ever found. The mysterious Mr. Kipper has never been identified either. So, this young lady, they think it's a kidnapping. They think it was a kidnapping. So, I mean, people don't just vanish in thin air. I mean, normally. So yeah, it always gives me goosebumps reading about these people. So, we're going to move on to Love Fortune. So, we're going to see today's Love Fortune. Hopefully it's a good one. Let's see what we got. Alright. Romance is in your future if you reach out and grab it at the right time. So this can mean a couple things. The way I perceive it to be is everybody can find romance. It's all about timing. It's all about going for it at the right time. So you could meet somebody who you're supposed to be with, or you're supposed to be with in the long run, and it might not be the right time for you to be together. And you need to know the right time to act. So if, let's say, you're going through a divorce and you meet somebody, but obviously you gotta go through the divorce, or that's an awful example. I'm sorry. so negative today. Let's see. If you meet somebody who's going through a lot, let's say, they're sick, or they're moving, or they lost their job, or, life, whatever life throws at you, and you feel like you're supposed to be with this person, make sure it's the right time before you pursue them. Because often timing is a big part of relationships. Like, it's just, if you're not ready to move on, or if you're not ready to start a healthy relationship with somebody, don't. If you think the person that you met is your soulmate and they're the one, but they're not ready, or they need time to handle life, let them do it. And this goes along with if you love somebody, you want them to be the best them they are. So, and that involves being patient and helping them. So anyway, getting all deep there. Romance is in your future if you reach out and grab it at the right time. That's our Love Fortune today. So let's see what is next. Ooh, everyday thank yous. So, thanking you with compliments. These are a couple compliments that I wrote down that you can tell people, and just to make them feel better. Like, obviously you tell somebody thank you after they've done something for you, or you've done, I don't know, they've helped you out or whatever. But also, you don't have to wait until somebody does something for you. Like, tell your friends every day something nice to them, because, they're going through things. And just because they're your friends doesn't mean they tell you everything. Everybody has their own personal battles that they're going through, and sometimes it's that compliment, that nice word, that thoughtful gesture, that mean the world to somebody. So we're going to read off some compliments I wrote down. Number 1, you are my favorite people to talk to because you are so interesting. Oh, excuse me. Let's start this over. You are one of my favorite people to talk to because you are so interesting. Number 2, your excellent taste shows up in everything you do. And I thought that was a very clever way of saying you like what somebody does. Because I know a couple people who are eccentric. if that's the right use of the word. Like, they're weird and they're quirky, but you know it's them when they put their heart into something. So I thought that was a really cool way to tell them I like what they do. 3, you always know the perfect thing to say and do. 4, how would I ever get along without you? And I say that a lot to a lot of my friends and a lot of my family. I'm like, I don't know what I'd do without you, because I really wouldn't. I would not know what I'd do without a lot of the people in my life. And I have a select few people in my life that are as close. So if you're in my circle, you're important. Number 5, you have such insight. I like that one because it's showing somebody that you think they're wise, that you appreciate their thoughts. 6, you have outdone yourself. Of course, you always do. 7, a special person like you deserves the best. 8, and 8, this is the last one. My thanks to you for being someone I can count on. You know, instead of saying you're always there or I can depend on you, it's a softer way of saying, you know, you're the best. You're there for me when I need you. So that's our everyday thank yous. And almost lost my mouse. Oh, shout out. So today's shout out goes to somebody who doesn't really need it. But I like their channel a lot. I liked their channel before I started recording. And it is the Ashen Hollow. He is a really awesome YouTuber who goes into the lore of Dark Souls. That's what I know him for. We're about to find out if he does anything else, you know, and if he does, great on him. But I love Dark Souls. I love Dark Souls 1. I love Dark Souls 3. I have not played Bloodborne, Demon Souls, or Dark Souls 2. I think Demon Souls is the name of it. Something demon something. Anyway, but he does the lore behind Dark Souls 1 and 3, and he has this awesome playlist. Let me show you. Excuse me. Where's it at? It's the story. There was I guess it's bundled in Dark Souls lore. We're not gonna play you. I just want to look at his videos. Pause. Hey. Oh no, it's Inception. It's an ad within an ad within an ad. Here it is. Uh-oh, I broke it. Does it go backwards or forwards? Okay, well anyway, it's Dark Souls 3 stuff, Dark Souls lore. He talks about the characters that you don't necessarily see unless you're actually into the lore. Like, I just saw this person's name. Velka. Now, I had to do some digging on Velka. I know there's a statue of her, but I don't know much about her. And then when I watched his videos, I got to learn more. He always has very great visuals to go with the lore. I don't know what program he uses. He's just amazing. He's just amazing. I love his voice. He's something I watch when I'm going to bed. I mean, that sounds awful. His voice could put me to sleep. It's amazing. But besides that, his stuff is so informative, especially if you love Dark Souls like I do. So let's go back to his main channel, because I'm a ditz. And he's got 45,037 subscribers. I am one of them because he's amazing. He also does Twitch. I didn't know much about Twitch before I started YouTubing. Apparently that's somewhere where you can stream. So if you want to check him out on Twitch, I suggest you do that. Just check out his channel. He's got a lot of cool theories. He's got a lot of, and everything, he's got stuff directly from the game to back it up. It's not like off the wall. Oh, the pygmy was really Elmo or something. Like, it's okay. Well, he is this because of this, and it's pretty cool. So check out his channel. Like I said, he didn't really need a shout out. He's got 45,000 subscribers, but he's one of my favorite YouTubers. So check him out. If you want to help him raise his subscribers, go ahead and show your friends. If your friends love Dark Souls, definitely watch his videos. But I think that's it for today. So thank you for joining me on Bite Size Morning. I'm the Ninja Biscuit. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and become a crumb maker today. And I will see you guys in the next video.